Any opposition?
None.
No one was guarding the base?
No. If there are any survivors, they fled.
Did you find what they were looking for?
Isaac did. Echo reconstruction.
Good. What was it?
USB drive. With a roster.
Did you recover the drive?
I wouldn't be calling if I didn't.
Good. Anything else of interest?
Yeah. The way the agents here died. I asked Isaac to do a sweep and status report of any agents. 4 hits came back, all deceased. They were infected with green poison, but that's not what killed them. Team went to a local lab working on the antiviral for DCD before they scattered and died.
You might want to scrub that from the servers.
I don't know how to do that.
Don't worry. Theo can take care of it. What's the lab called?
Okay, so in the event of an emergency, you want to be able to access all communication devices.
We already have that. It's called the National Emergency Broadcast System.
Sure, but say we have an EMP attack or a solar storm or someone attacks the system.
You want to create a redundancy?
I want to create an autonomous communications tool that can access and collate data.
You should talk to Claire.
Who's Claire?
Never mind. That's... shit. Never mind. I can't talk about it.
Oh, one of your secret DARPA consultant buddies?
Something like that. Listen, your comm systems, it's a good idea, but it's not anything new or special.
Well, not yet, but if I can get the funding grant, I can work on the AI system.
Yeah, you should really talk to Redacted. You're such a hexagon, Kevin. You really are.
I made quite a few upgrades to it. The network interface is more stable, the design is more robust, I fixed a ton of bugs, doesn't crash as much, I upgraded the hardware, improved the battery life, I even added customization options to the screen.
Nerd. Not gonna lie, it's impressive.
Thank you, Professor.
We'll need a full demonstration of its capabilities, of course. The technical schematics, review the code.
I can share most of it.
All of it. You want funding, right? You bring the prototype and your documentation, I bring the relevant people, and we will get your project funded.
Will you bring Claire?
Shut up, Kevin.
Trig.
Yeah?
That redacted Claire you said I should talk to before you remembered I shouldn't know she should exist?
What about her?
She wouldn't happen to be Claire Ortiz, would she?
Get that name out of your mouth. Who told you?
No one. She was at a conference on AI and guidance system applications. We got to talking, I pitched her link, and she told me it was adorable but couldn't compete with Isaac.
Stop talking.
Do you know what she's working on?
Seriously, stop talking.
If left unchecked, her work would violate every privacy law.
Seriously, Kevin, shut the fuck up.
I can't believe you aren't concerned about the security risks of a system like that. We have to tell someone. We need to warn them.
Kevin, do you like handcuffs?
What?
If you tell anyone about Isaac, you'd be a traitor to America. You want a permanent vacation in Guantanamo?
No.
Then learn when to stop talking.
I don't get how our comms are their comms.
Manny, seriously? It's the same network. It's like you work at the same place. You use the same internet connection. If you have permissions, you can just look at anything you want on anyone's computer that's connected.
So we can hear everything they're planning. That's great.
You could, but Nat figured out the exploit and was working on a fix.
Was it ready?
Kind of. She needed more power to run the servers. That's what she was having me set up.
Birdie? Did you set it up?
Yeah, 'cause I thought I was working for you. Fucking Johnson told me it was to help take down the rogues that plague the division. How the fuck was I supposed to know you were the rogues?
We're not.
You're fighting the Black Tusk. Cal is with them. If he's in charge and you're fighting him, you're kind of rogue, my dude.
Okay, I'm still confused. Explain how they work again.
The biometric locks?
Yeah. It's like a scan of my eye in my hand, and then it grants me access, right?
If it was your eye and your hand, that's easier to trick than this. You just take someone's eye and hand and you can access the bunkers.
Oh, that's dark.
Well, that's just like what they do in every spy movie ever. So Claire added extra steps. Your pulse is like a fingerprint. It's unique. Your voice is unique, but deepfake tech makes that easier to manipulate, so you have to have all of them at the same time. That's harder to fake. It's also specific to the user. Wrong key and wrong biometric signature, access denied, and you're fucked.
Why?
Huh. Best case, you get locked in a room until someone clears the lockdown and you're taken in for interrogation.
Worst case?
You activate a kill switch that kills you and everyone around you.
Great.
That's only at like the super high security locations. Most places put you in lockdown, or if a lockdown protocol is impractical, like for cargo shipments or something, they're rigged to incapacitate you with gas or electricity, whichever makes more sense in the environment. Electric traps and water have unintended consequences. The gas is better, it's just a bad hangover. Shock treatment? Half the time you end up pissing yourself, and more open to suggestion and psychological reprogramming, huh?
Call me Cal. Time to come out of hibernation, Agent. There's work to do. Drop whatever you're doing right now. Just walk out. I need you to gather a team. Take whoever you think you'll need and go to immediately. Infiltrate the town and set up a forward operating base. You'll receive further instructions once you get to... What do you mean the agents are unwilling? You tell this noble squad they don't need to stay in New York to honor their fallen soldiers. Remember, you cannot tell anyone these orders come from me. We need to keep this one close to the vest. You're the only person on the planet who knows about my involvement in this mission. I'm not ready to let this particular cat out of the bag. I can see you're making progress and finally on the move. Oh, that was a nice speech, by the way. Pushing the potential threats to the core and the rogue cherry on top? That was a thing of beauty. I'm not gonna mince words, soldier. The program hinges on this. You've arrived in... That's good. I need your team to secure the base at the... and set up shop. As soon as you can, you get to the basement and locate the Hunter bunker. From there, you can access my database and secure the roster. She's an... Agent, I told you never contact me directly. You are breaking protocol. Wait, what do you mean she's an...
Isaac pinged her signature requesting backup as she crossed the border 6 hours ago.
Did you provide her with backup?
Of course not. I know my orders and I will not deviate from the mission.
Good. Good.
But sir, sorry, Cal, why are we worried about Agent Hoskins being in...
Well, first, how the hell does she even know about... She was in Lower Manhattan securing the City Hall the last time we talked.
Fair enough. What's the second reason?
She was in Lower Manhattan. You know who else was last seen in Lower Manhattan?
Aaron Keener, sir.
Exactly. And if those two aren't working together, I will eat my hat.
She doesn't really seem the type. I mean, she killed her sister to save the Sarah camp. If she didn't go rogue then, I don't really see her going rogue now.
Precisely.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand your meaning.
The woman who kills her sister for strangers is the woman who'll do anything for the mission. And if her mission has been corrupted, if Keener has manipulated her into believing I am the enemy, that's a woman who walks from New York to through a blizzard in February. That's not a woman I want to underestimate.
Copy.
Now, how about you finish the job? Get the Hunter roster off the Shade database onto that thumb drive and wipe out every last trace of the program. I'm not ready to activate the Hunter protocol. There's too much at stake, but we cannot let a rat like Keener know the identity of every agent with that security clearance. Do you understand what's at stake here, soldier?
I do. Consider it done, sir. I've already backed up the roster on the drive. It's stashed in my bunk. Better to hide it in plain sight. I'm starting the wipe now. I need to get back to the team. Donovan called a meeting at the conservatory.
Report back once you find out what he wants. And please, call me Cal.
We have a situation at the lab. Hope that you and your crew of geniuses could help us out.
You have your own crew of geniuses, don't you?
I do, but they're panicking. We've had an outbreak. The whole lab is infected. Geniuses and grunts, doesn't matter. We're all fucked.
I'm sorry to hear that, Donovan, but you should have the resources to handle an outbreak.
That's a thing. They think it's mutated. It's the poison all right, but it's different. They're afraid. We need help. If you could just talk to them and give us some more med kits.
I'm sorry, Don, but that's not possible. We don't have much left. After the outbreak at the detention center and what happened on Roosevelt Island, we don't have anything to spare. Let alone any way to get any supplies to you. Sarah's basically abandoned. Why do you think I'm here?
Fuck.
I am sorry. You have your lab. I hope you're able to figure something out.
Yeah, me too. For your sake, this better work.
Work is a relative term, but you'll live.
I don't like being your guinea pig, Kane.
We don't have any other options. I'm sorry, but this mutation of the virus, it's not responding to the antivirals. I wish I had more time to perfect the broad spectrum, but I'm sorry, we're out of time.
I don't think you're sorry. I think you're glad we're infected.
Donovan.
Another opportunity for you to test your research. It's fine, Liam. I get it. We're out of time. There's no other way. But I'm warning you, if I lose even one of my people from your experiment, your death will not be quick.
Donovan, this will keep us alive. It will keep the virus in check. But I need live variola chimera samples to continue the work, to actually make a cure.
If I live, I'll get you those samples. You just get those auto-injectors ready. We'll be your little pigs. But if you fuck this up, you will unleash the wolf. How close are you to finishing your broad-spectrum antiviral?
Mr. Tower, I'm sure you're well aware that project is a matter of national security and you do not have the proper clearance.
Highly classified, I understand. But I don't have time to deal with red tape bullshit. We got our own antiviral in development, but that shit is going to kill us sooner or later.
Oh, well, if you have anything at all, you're in a better position than 90% of the country.
Fuck that. We need live virus samples of the unmutated green poison, and we need them yesterday. Without them, the geniuses here can't do the tests they need.
Oh, I am so sorry we can't help you. Our work here is our only priority. Oh, I do recommend you reach out to DCD headquarters.
You know what? Fuck you and fuck your lab. Everyone is giving me the fucking finger now, Mackenzie. How do you think I fucking feel?
Calm down, Donovan.
You know Wendy Wright is dead, right? I had to step up, take charge. And now my people are barely hanging on. DCD are useless. Ann Arbor is fucking incompetent. And you're telling me to calm down?
I didn't know. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Listen to me, Agent. If we can't get what we need, I'm not sure what will happen. Steps will need to be taken.
Steps? What do you mean by steps?
Tell me, how close is MIT to manufacturing a proper BSAV?
Not close enough.
Are you giving me the finger too, Reed?
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I wish we could help, but we're not ready.
Fuck. Hey, Harlan. I've still got a lot of nervous geniuses around here.
What can I do for you now, Donovan?
The boys are asking for me to secure a transpo of live virus from your facility to ours, so they can keep working on the broad-spectrum antiviral.
Just go outside and use one of the infected.
They're concerned about mutations and other diseases. Want to know if you have clean samples of the original virus for their tests.
No one here has the resources to create and maintain those samples. Have you checked with Ann Arbor?
I have. They don't have any to spare. Told me I should check with you.
Well, if what your team is looking for is a steady stream of the same variant of the virus, your best bet would be to isolate an asymptomatic carrier and have them volunteer to do regular blood donations.
Thanks for the help, Harlan.
Glad you think that helped. Be safe, Donovan.